Tragedy on a city street.
There's two parents who lost their 2-year-old child today.
A vehicle strikes a child in a stroller. A stolen truck and a trail of destruction.
I'm actually a little bit shook right now. I'm very scared.
Police look for the thieves who drove into a home. And families together on Family Day.
We're kind of excited to see what we've got in this beautiful facility.
From music to sports, a wide variety of activities.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Ian White.
Good afternoon. A local family is enduring an unthinkable tragedy after a 2-year-old in a stroller was struck and killed by a vehicle while crossing the street. And it happened in a marked crosswalk. Tyler Barrow joins us from the scene. So Tyler, what more can you tell us?
Ian, around 4:30 p.m. yesterday, two parents were walking their toddler in a stroller at the intersection just behind me here when a westbound Jeep Cherokee turning south struck and hit the stroller, killing the 2-year-old. Now, this happened at the intersection of Horton Road and Hull Avenue Southwest. Now, this is just off of McLeod Trail and Heritage Drive Southwest. The child was rushed to hospital but died shortly after. Police say the two adults were not injured. The intersection remained closed for several hours last night as the Calgary Police Services Collision Reconstruction Unit investigated.
It's not only concerning, it's an absolute tragedy. There's two parents who lost their 2-year-old child today, and I think as a city that should be shocking and disappointing.
Now, no charges have been laid, but police are ruling out speed and impairment as factors. They also don't believe that distracted driving was a contributing factor either. Ian?
Thank you, Tyler. And this morning, another pedestrian was killed after getting hit by a tractor trailer in a parking lot. It happened at around 11:30 at the Save On Foods in Panorama. Police say a man in his 70s was in a marked crosswalk when he was hit by the truck as it was backing up to unload cargo. The pedestrian died in hospital. Investigators would like to speak to anyone who witnessed the incident. This is Calgary's third pedestrian fatality since the start of the year. The front of a commercial truck was shredded on Highway 2 south of Calgary yesterday afternoon, forcing the closure of the road for several hours. It happened in the northbound lanes near the Okotoks overpass. RCMP say a semi collided with the gas truck. EMS says one adult suffered non-life-threatening injuries. What started out as a call about a truck hitting a house quickly turned into a much larger investigation. The call came in to police around 5 this morning. A Toyota Tundra pickup truck smashed into this home on Templeson Road northeast. The driver fled the scene. The truck had been stolen from a home about a 2-kilometer drive away. Rajit Tekla and her family were at home sleeping when the thieves broke into her house and stole the keys to the truck and another vehicle.
They have the keys to our house. They took my wallet. Apparently, I looked into my bank transactions. They've used they went to 2 different stores. I'm actually a little bit shook right now. I'm very scared.
Neighbors up and down the street have surveillance video of the thieves trying to break into other houses along the block before settling on her home. The second vehicle stolen hasn't been recovered. No one at the home that was rammed was injured, but one of the basement suites is unlivable. 2 men have been charged following a stabbing this morning. Shortly after 5 a.m., police responded to reports of a fight on 33rd Avenue Southwest. A man with a stab wound was taken to hospital in non-life-threatening condition. Police say 2 suspects fled the scene. Witnesses say both had also been stabbed in the fight. 2 men in their 30s have now been charged. A 64-year-old Calgary man has been charged with second-degree murder following deadly assault. On Friday morning, a man in his 50s was found with life-threatening injuries in the northeast community of Rundle. He was taken to hospital where he later died. 64-year-old Cecil Lapp is charged with second-degree murder and is scheduled to appear in court on Tuesday. We all knew it wouldn't last. The snow has started falling as winter makes an abrupt reappearance. Tyson Fedor joins us with more on this. And Tyson, city crews are prepared for this winter storm.
Well, Edie, as you can see, the snow is falling now, and these above seasonal temperatures that we've been accustomed to over the last several weeks are starting to end. City crews have been busy fulfilling other service requests, such as filling potholes or some winter street sweeping, but the plows are now coming back. That's because that snow is falling. Calgarians today, however, were out enjoying the relatively warm day before these flurries started about an hour ago. The roads here are so far in good shape, but expect a more challenging commute tomorrow morning. Now, the city does say the winter weather advisory is giving Calgarians plenty of time to be prepared for winter driving conditions. Make sure you have a full gas tank and plan to give yourself a little more time to get to your destination. City crews will be focusing on major routes such as Crowchild Trail, Glenmore Trail, and Memorial Drive.
We do anticipate the snow will start this evening, and by the time people are commuting on Tuesday morning, there will be snow on the ground. We have a full complement of crews working 24/7, and we'll be focused on major routes when that snow starts to fall.
Now, as we mentioned, the snow did start flying about a little after 4 o'clock, and these conditions are expected in the next several days. Crews have already started to make their way out to manage any accumulation. There's a little bit here as we speak to you now, but I can also say that tomorrow it's expected to be challenging, so actually take a little bit more time while you're out on the road, and there will be reduced visibility in the morning commute as well. Ian?
Tyson, thanks very much. Danielle, you warned us last week. We knew this was coming, and tomorrow is really one of those days a lot of people dread.
Yeah, and I mean, if you have the luxury to work from home, definitely tomorrow is the day to do it. I'm not sure if you remember the storm that we had in December where visibility was reduced instantly to 0. And there were a lot of accidents out there. This is the case for tomorrow with regards to conditions. We have not only heavy snowfall on the way for the city of Calgary and most other communities in southern Alberta. We also have strong wind gusts that will be combined with it, up to about 70 kilometers per hour in the city specifically, and that will reduce visibility very fast. We're looking at basically snowfall from now right up until about this time tomorrow. So you're contending with it all day. Okay, I'll talk more about the watches, warnings, statements as we get a little later in the show, but let's just focus on right now. We're sitting at -3 with a wind chill of -7. Calgary is under a winter storm warning, and we're looking at a total of anywhere from 15 to 25 centimeters of snow in the city. The bulk of it will start early tomorrow morning. That's when the gusts will pick up to 70 kilometers per hour as well, and temperatures will plummet throughout the day rather than increase. So by the afternoon, our wind chill will feel more like -27. That is your 24-hour forecast brought to you by Fifth Avenue Volkswagen. Family-owned, community-driven. Discover more at Fifth Avenue Volkswagen.
Thank you, Danielle. Lots of free Family Day events around Calgary today, and thousands enjoyed free admission to Studio Bell. The Beta Boys headlined the event at the National Music Centre, but there was lots to do all day long, including kids' jam sessions, an organ demonstration, and a scavenger hunt.
We've never been here before, and these guys have never been here, so we're kind of excited to see what we've got in this beautiful facility.
I think my favorite part was going on the circles that you step on and it makes the noise. I think they're all really fun.
Families were also enjoying the last day of Chinook Blast with performances, sculptures, skating, and even ice biking. Free Family Day events were also held at the Hangar Flight Museum and the Olympic Oval. Well, it's bound to happen at every Olympics. Controversy, and this time it's Canadian curlers at the center of it. Still ahead, what has everybody in the sport talking? And a fairly successful day for Canada at the Games with gold and silver on the snow and on the ice. Also, if you have a news tip, text us at 10400. It's the showdown many people have been waiting for. Canada's women's hockey team will play against the U.S. for the gold medal on Thursday after defeating Switzerland 2-1 today. Captain Marie-Philippe Poulin scored both goals for Canada. Also today, Megan Oldman of Parry Sound, Ontario won gold in the freestyle skiing big air competition. That adds to her collection after winning bronze in the slope style competition last week. And Courtney Sereau of Moncton, New Brunswick won silver silver in the women's 1,000-meter short track speed skating event. It's her third medal of the Games. The 25-year-old also captured silver in the mixed relay team event and bronze in the women's 500 meters. Canada's curling controversy is the talk of the Olympics right now, and St. Albert curler Mark Kennedy is at the center of it. Sweden accused Kennedy of touching the granite part of the curling rock after releasing the handle. Curling officials stepped up enforcement of the rules violations, which is quite rare in the sport. It also sparked some colorful language from Kennedy at his Swedish counterparts. Alberta curling legend Randy Ferbey says the controversy is all anyone in his circle is talking about.
I don't think there's ever been this much coverage in curling ever, in any event, anywhere, any place, anytime, Briar, Worlds, Olympics, whatever you want, whatever you want to call it, over something kind of irrelevant, when you really think about it.
An umpire intervened again on Saturday night, pulling a rock thrown by Canadian women's skip Rachel Homan. It likely cost her a point, and afterwards she denied any wrongdoing to reporters. The town of Taber is taking hockey to the streets with the Play On tournament next month, following the closure of the local arena after an explosion at the Taber Community Center in December. The town is putting on the outdoor tournament to bring the community together. The tournament will transform local streets into full-size hockey rinks for teams to battle it out.
It'll be really good to get everybody back together and to just celebrate the love of hockey and the love of community together and look forward to the future of what the rebuild's going to look like.
The Play On Street Hockey Tournament will run on March 27th and 28th. Team registration can be found on the town's website. And hockey players are in the home stretch, the final hour of trying to break the world record for the longest hockey game. The puck dropped on this game in Strathcona County on February 5th. It will wrap at 6 o'clock tonight after more than 261 hours of play. The game is about more than breaking a record. It's part of a larger fundraiser for cancer treatment. Organizers have surpassed the fundraising goal of $1 million for the Cross Cancer Institute. The money will go toward building a cutting-edge immunotherapy lab in Edmonton. 261 hours of outdoor hockey. I wouldn't be able to move after that.
No.
Unbelievable. Good for them, though.
Yeah, that's in shape. Okay.
We may have trouble moving on the road tomorrow.
Well, yeah, and then if you, maybe you got to get in shape again with the shoveling.
There's that.
Right, there's that. So there's a lot going on. I mean, sometimes we make jokes, but tomorrow is not a day for jokes, I will say, with regards to the weather. It's certainly a day to take seriously. As you can see by our Skywatch weather camera, the snow has already moved in. This wave number 1, which is less intense than wave number 2. The second wave arrives tomorrow morning, and that will be heavier. It's also going to be combined with stronger wind gusts, so it will reduce visibility even further. First thing to start with is temperature here, and you can see that the cold air has filtered down. So -3 right now in the city, and that will filter throughout all of Alberta by tonight. So that warmer weather that we've been having for so long is now gone for at least a week. And temperatures will continue to plummet for tomorrow into the -teens. Here's a look at the watches and statements and warnings. For Calgary specifically, we're under a winter storm warning right now. And so is basically all up QE2 towards Red Deer and then over off to the east. Pincher Creek area and then up through K Country under a snowfall warning. We'll talk about snowfall totals in just a second here. And for the southeast corner, mainly under a weather statement. So still intense weather possible here with strong wind gusts, heavy snow, just less intense than what we're looking at down QE2 through Calgary and towards the southwest corner. That's where we're looking at the most intense snowfall, the stronger wind gusts as well combined with that. All right, so here's wave number 1. This is already in the city, and it's a little heavy at times in some spots, and it certainly has already reduced visibility down to a couple kilometers. But I want to show you the future cast here and what's headed for us. So this is in those overnight hours, and that's wave number 1 just finishing up. And then as the second one moves in, you can see it looks a little more intense. It'll move into Lethbridge, it'll be in the southwest corner, and then it'll move up Highway 2, QE2. And time of it moving out is basically this time tomorrow is when it should be out of the city, but it will still stick around in the far east around the Medicine Hat area, although it will be later to arrive in the Medicine Hat area, and it will be less intense in the Medicine Hat area. So 11 centimeters expected there, but for Calgary, anywhere from 15 to 25 centimeters of snow in and around the city, up to 26 possible in the Okotoks area, and in those 20s for Cochrane. So this is one of the bullseye areas up through Airdrie and Red Deer as well, and down through the Pincher Creek area, where it will likely be in the 20s, and some isolated areas could see those mid-20s when we're talking centimeters of snow with this system. This is all, the bulk of it is mainly tomorrow. Here's a look at wind gusts possible. Calgary down to Lethbridge and up the QE2 as well, up to Red Deer, 70 kilometer per hour gusts, and that's off to the east as well for tomorrow, and that's why visibility will be greatly reduced. Minus 11 is our high for tomorrow in the city, but temperatures will drop into the minus teens for the afternoon, and in the afternoon with the wind chill, it will feel like minus 27. Throughout the day, 10 to 15 centimeters of snow. It should basically taper off to just flurries by this time tomorrow, and then we may have a few isolated flurries on Wednesday morning. So then the snow will be done, but the cold will stick around. Wednesday, our high, minus 20.
Okay, thanks, Danielle. Dozens of kids received a free introduction to ice fishing this weekend.
It's a great opportunity, and I love when people do catch the fish, they share it so that the kids can see too. Yeah, I've seen 2 jackfish and a burbot caught so far.
Families gathered at Wabamun Lake Saturday for Kids Can Catch. The Alberta Conservation Association says almost 1,500 people signed up this year. 500 holes were drilled into the lake ice, and all necessary equipment was provided. Mentors taught kids how to handle the fish and keep them in the water.
We get a lot of people from different backgrounds, people from Canada as well as new Canadians, many of them trying ice fishing for the first time, many of them actually being on ice for the very first time. So it's really kind of a treat and a thrill for them to experience a real part of Canadiana.
The association hosts dozens of events throughout the year with about 4,000 people participating. We are heading into the Chinese New Year. Still ahead, we'll explain the attributes behind the Year of the Horse. Ottawa's revamped subsidy program for electric vehicles went into effect today. Canadians are now able to access up to $5,000 from the federal government to put toward purchasing a new electric vehicle. Plug-in hybrids are eligible for $2,500 in subsidies. The government is spending $2.3 billion on the new incentive program. A Canadian delegation is in Mexico this week ahead of a formal review of the Canada-U.S.-Mexico agreement. Canada-U.S. Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc leads the group, which also includes Canadian business and industry association representatives. The visit comes as U.S. President Donald Trump has suggested he may end American participation in the agreement, which is set to undergo a mandatory review this year. The deal, known as CUSMA, has helped shield both Canada and Mexico from Trump's tariffs. LeBlanc says the trade mission is aimed at deepening Canadian and Mexican collaboration in key sectors. Janice Charette has been chosen to serve as Canada's chief trade negotiator to the United States. Prime Minister Carney announced the appointment today, saying she brings extraordinary leadership, expertise, and a deep commitment to advancing Canada's interests. Charette will act as a senior advisor to Dominic LeBlanc and the PM. She replaces Kirsten Hillman, who recently stepped down as U.S. ambassador. A toddler has died after getting hit by a truck. Here's Tara Nelson with a look ahead to CTV News at 6.
Ian, the child was struck while in a stroller in a marked crosswalk. Coming up at 6, we'll have reaction from residents near that scene, plus the safety message police have for all Calgarians. Also ahead, Academy Award-winning actor Robert Duvall has died. Coming up, how he is being remembered and some of the Alberta productions that he starred in. Ian.
Thanks, Tara. Calgary's Chinese community is inviting everyone in the city to participate in their New Year's festival. People packed the streets outside the Chinese Cultural Center for the Lion and Dragon Dance. Premier Danielle Smith attended the event, dotting the eyes of the dragon. Inside the Cultural Center, it was filled with entertainment and vendors. The year marks the Year of the Horse. The horse is energetic, hot-tempered, and represents power.
In Chinese, we have a saying, saying that when the horse arrives, that means the project has been completed and successful.
The Chinese Cultural Center hosts the New Year's Festival again next weekend. This colder weather is just the beginning. There's quite a bit of snow to come right now in Calgary. Snow is underway lightly and -3. Danielle has the details just ahead. All right, when you talk about wind gusts of 70 kilometers an hour, that's a little bit scary.
It is. And when you think of that storm in December, the gusts were over 100 kilometers per hour. So it won't be as intense as that. But we are looking at same idea. Plummeting temperatures, 70 kilometer per hour gusts, heavy snow. -3 is the current temperature. Today's high was -1. Normal is 0. So today is a normal February day. Tomorrow will be a little nuts, you could say. 15 to 25 centimeters of snow is possible in the city in less than 24 hours. Gusts up to 70 kilometers per hour. So that will reduce visibility down to 0 or at least near 0 throughout the day, especially in the late morning hours. For tomorrow, -11 will be our high, but that will be in the morning. By the afternoon, it will be -17 with a wind chill of -27. And while the snow should be done by tomorrow evening and just taper off to a few isolated flurries, we'll still hold on to the cold. -20 for Wednesday, -17 for Thursday.
Thanks, Danielle. A small-town band director is heading to the Junos next month after being nominated for a National Teacher of the Year award. Alex Hutchin is the band director at Cremona School. Of the 328 students from kindergarten to grade 12 in the school, 145 of them are enrolled in music. When he took over in 2017, the program was close to being cut because it only had 9 students in band. He's one of 5 nominees from across the country nominated for Teacher of the Year. Hutchin says he's proud of how the music program has progressed in the small school with kids of all ages taking part.
It's also just rewarding to see them from when they're kindergarten all the way up. I believe my first group of kindergartens are now in grade 8, and that group they're killing it. They're really good. They're a really good crew.
The Music Counts Award nominees are headed to the Juno Awards that will be presented March 29th in Hamilton. Best of luck to him, well deserved. And thank you for joining us. Now here's the early edition of the CTV National News.